We got a really good, we have a really good middleweight fight right here. Strickland and Krzysztof Jotko. This is a really good 1-2 type of fight. Both fighters have really good 1-2 combinations, especially Strickland. We saw in his last fight with Brendan Allen. I mean, wow, what a knockout win over Brendan Allen in the second round. A straight right hand after the jab. Really good performance after that second round knockout win. A lot of knockouts on his record. 10 knockout wins, 4 submission wins, and 8 decision wins. A lot of power and a lot of really good elbows as well, but mainly likes to focus on that 1-2 combination in most of the fights inside of the UFC. Super good power with almost half of his wins being knockouts in the first or second round. Not much of a submission game or a grappling game or a wrestling game, but does have some really good takedown defense and takedown accuracy of 81% and a takedown accuracy of 57%, which is honestly really good. 1.4 takedowns every single fight, considering, I mean, it's really weird he's going for takedowns, considering he's a really good striker, but super good striking defense with his opponents only landing around 35% of their strikes attempted on him. All 4 submission wins coming by rear and naked choke submission. I don't know, maybe it's another here. I don't know. Been training since he was 14 years old. He's been training for quite a while. 15 years of training MMA for Strickland. Absolutely insane. Started his professional MMA career when he was 16 years old. A lot of experience. I mean, both fighters have a lot of experience with 22 wins and 3 losses, and 22 wins and 4 losses. Again, this is another one of the fights where I don't really agree with the betting odds. I mean, minus 250. That's a little bit too much. Again, I'd have Strickland minus 190, minus 195, somewhere around that range. Again, I don't really agree with these odds, but I definitely will be going with Strickland to win the fight. But it is going to be a really good striking fight right here. And then Strickland has really good striking. Looks exactly the same in the first round as he does in the third round, considering the main thing he's trying to do is landing a 1-2, which it doesn't really take the most amount of cardio. But Krzysztof Jotko is also going to be a striker. Decent power with 5 knockout wins on his record so far, but not a lot of finishes. 22 wins, 4 losses. Most of his wins going all the way with 15 decision wins on his record so far. So overall, if Krzysztof Jotko were to win the fight, it'd likely be by unanimous decision. If Strickland were to win the fight, it'd be by knockout in the first or second round, or win the fight by a dominant striking unanimous decision. But Krzysztof Jotko, a very technical striker, doesn't really throw much. I mean, do you see how many strikes Strickland throws in his fights? It's almost double the amount of strikes that Krzysztof Jotko throws in his fights, which is really interesting. But Krzysztof Jotko has a really good takedown defense and a really good takedowns of his own as well. 87% takedown defense, solid submission game, and no real grappling or wrestling game. Usually just uses the wrestling to kind of make an impression on the judges' scorecards. Solid cardio as well, and very good clinch work with knees up the middle and uppercuts up the middle in the clinch. But this is a good fight. This is a really good fight. Again, do not look at these odds right here. Those are insanely way biased odds. I think they're kind of falling into the hype for Strickland. I mean, minus 250, that is way too much, especially on a guy like Krzysztof Jotko, who's on a 3-fight win over Mark Andre Barrial, Eric Anders, and then Alan Amandovsky. I would definitely not have the odds that much in favor of Strickland, but I definitely still have Strickland win the fight, but not by that much of a margin. But Strickland, a really good fighter with the 1-2. I mean, he throws so many 1-2 combinations. I don't know how they haven't figured out like a way to combat that 1-2 combination, but every single fight, no one has figured out how to combat that 1-2. They're really good striking. 1-2 takedowns every single fight. He could use the wrestling, could use the clinch. I think the clinch advantage, a very slight clinch advantage at that. I would probably be going to Krzysztof Jotko with his uppercuts and knees in the clinch, but overall, at range, Strickland is an absolute beast. He's going to consistently land that 1-2, and then a calf kick, and then a body kick. Just 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, over and over again. Likely get a 1-2 knockout win in the fight. I think it's very likely we see a knockout from Strickland here in the first or second round. In my opinion, maybe 35-40% chance that maybe possibly a 50% chance that Strickland goes out there and gets a KO TKO win in the first or second round. But in my opinion, I think the fight will go all the way, and he will dominate the fight in the striking game, and hopefully defend the takedowns and defend the clinch situations from Krzysztof Jotko, which honestly is the main way for Krzysztof Jotko to win the fight, would be in the clinch and in the wrestling and grappling game. Overall, I think he will defend the takedowns, defend the clinch, and keep the fight on the feet, and overall, I have Strickland dominating in the striking game, and overall winning the fight a 30-27 unanimous decision.